As much as you think that you've watched enough YouTube videos to know what to do, guess what? Unless you actually do it and fail and trial and error, I don't know how you can learn some of this stuff from watching a video. Morning, folks. It's a cold one here in Ontario these days. Barn cats are out. They're all in the chicken house. And the dogs are fooling around on the ice, slipping and sliding. Molly, you got an itchy butthole? You got an itchy butthole? Yeah, you got the itchy butt. Oh no. You got sticky butt, don't you? Oh, you little stinker. Yeah, okay. Give it a good scratch. Uh-oh. Sorry, hen. Are you busy laying me an egg? You guys want in there? Maggie, you want in there? Okay, go. Go. Go hunt. All three of you. You guys are gonna go and say hi to Big Red, huh? For those who are relatively new to the channel, I am probably, for sure, kinda planning to get a sawmill here at the farm. I'm tired of spending a lot of money on lumber at the lumber yard, and I think it's about time that we get to producing some of our own lumber. Got my tractor here with a whole bunch of my forestry gear. I just picked up this thing. It's like a log dolly. Basically, the log sits on it. I don't know exactly how it works yet, but I'm gonna try it today. I also have this mechanism that I'm gonna try to hook up to the 3-point hitch. This thing is kind of heavy. I didn't think it'd be that heavy. Could use this. There you go. And this can hold the chains, and the 3-point hitch goes up and down, eh? Now this thing here is just a simple receiver type thing. All it does is sit onto the 3-point hitch, and it'll allow me to go up and down. I have to use this hook right here and hook on some chains and go around the log, and then the 3-point hitch will have the power to lift up the log a little bit, and that's how you skid them back. But they have many more better types of pieces of equipment than this. They have actual log winches that mount on the back of the tractor, and they basically can pull the log to the tractor. I'm not going to be starting off with that because that's an awful lot of money. I'm going to spend an awful lot of money just getting the mill. I think getting the mill is the priority. All the other bells and whistles and tools and pieces of equipment and implements for the tractor, things to make my life easier, can come later. A bunch of you viewers have said that those logs that I prepared a while back that came from beside the drive shed, that they're poplar. And just looking at the wood, I don't really know. They're all a good size though. You know, like I'll get a good log out of that. I don't think poplar makes the best lumber. I don't think you would choose to build something using poplar like a house or a dwelling, you know what I mean? But there should be no reason why I can't use this in building my shed over my sawmill, or maybe an animal structure or an animal house or something around the farm. I just don't want it to go to waste. I got another cool little tool that I bought. It's not really expensive. It was like $100-something. But I'm going to show you in a second. It's really going to make my life easier when I'm out in the forest doing this logging stuff. It's this thing right here, guys. It's a logger's tape. Basically, this thing attaches to your belt, and then it allows this to swivel back and forth, and it's got this tiny little pick, and that, you know, you just stab it into the bark or you stab it into the wood, and then it'll allow you to measure out your logs so that you'll know what length to cut them while you're out in the field, and you're not going to be fumbling with a handheld tape measure, you know. So this is pretty cool. It's 20 meters in length. Not that I'll need it that long, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of different brands of these. I got this Husqvarna brand, and you know, we'll see how she works today. I'm out here in our main driveway. You can see our driveway goes through the forest. I got my tractor set up over there because this tree right here is going to come down for two reasons. One, it's in the way, because I think right coming in our driveway right here, this is where I'm going to make kind of a logging trail through the forest all the way to the other end of the property. It's a big job. It's not going to get done anytime soon, but I can at least start to harvest some of the trees that are in the way. And I don't believe that this tree is very healthy. I mean, if you look way up at the top there, a lot of the branches are already rotting and falling off, but it might just be enough time that I'll be able to harvest some lumber out of it. I'm thinking if I drop it that way, so it'll land somewhat right in the driveway, then I can length it and get it cut so that it's easy for the tractor to just back up and hook it up and get it out of here. Problem is, it might get hung up way up top, so you know, you want to make sure you can try to thread the needle. I don't know if I'm that good at tree felling. I got my saw a little bit bound up there. I left it in too long when it was already starting to go, and it started to pinch, but I just kind of let it go and the engine bogged down anyhow. But it went down. It didn't go down in the exact spot because I wanted it to go in the driveway, but it still came down okay. It's not an exact science when falling a tree. Let's face it, folks, I've only dropped maybe not even 10 trees in my life. So I think I'm doing okay. I made sure that nothing was around here, and I got the dogs tied up so no accidents can happen. But it's a good size log. Let's see how I can figure it out now. I have a smaller Stihl MS-170, and I really like to use that when I'm limbing like this, because the big heavy chainsaw is good for doing the big trunk, but to carry around all that weight while you're doing this lightweight limbing, I like to use this baby little chainsaw right here. that good enough? Need to get this like this. I think that's how it works. What do you do with all this extra chain now? I don't know. Got 2 logs to bring back, this one and that one. I can't get the little dolly under it because I forgot my log jack, so I think it's icy enough that it's okay that this drags on the ground. I'm going to give it a go with this one log. This is the smaller, shorter log, and I'm going to take it back there, and then on my way back I'm going to get that log jack so I can jack it and do the thing. Don't know what to do with all the extra chain. This is a 20-foot long chain. It's like I need something here to drape this over top. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, stay on the ice. Stay on the ice. At least I know that my tractor has enough power to. I'm just taking it nice and slow right now because, you know, this is a pretty heavy log, and I don't think my rinky-dink little setup is very good. But at least I'm figuring all this out now before I really want to get going harvesting lumber when the snow starts to melt. Always a fun time at the Hidden Spring Farm. Hey dogs, how you doing? How you doing? You okay? How do you get this out? Yep. Okay, get this out. Put it back. Whew. This is the log jack I'm talking about. Okay, there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve. Good thing I'm a quick study, but take a look at this. You see that pull mark? That's from, you know, there's a bunch of ice there. The log was on the ice, but then once it got here, it started digging up the ground. And that's why I got that little log dolly thing. But I'm going to have to figure something better than that out because it's a lot of work. Anyways, let me wrap up this chain and we're going to head back and get the other one. Lesson learned. I cannot get this log to roll. It's too big. Therefore, I can't get my log dolly underneath. So I guess what I'm going to do is just hook the chain up and drag it. And if it makes a mess of the driveway, it makes a mess of the driveway. I'm going to have to get better at this though, eh? Brother, this is a little bit of a gong show. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing. It's a good thing I'm figuring all this out before I get my mill. Okay, we're heading back. I think I got it. It's about this much off the ground. Woo! And I gotta finish up here because the coyotes are gonna be coming out soon. The camera doesn't really pick it up because it has like an auto exposure. But guess what? It's getting dark. I can hear the owls. Let's go. Okay, we made it back in one piece. I guess another dilemma or question that I have, if anybody knows the answer really, I got the chain hooked up to the log and it's raised up about this much off the ground. How do I get the chain off? Because right now it's tight, right? If I lower the 3-point hitch, then the chain is being squished by the bottom of the log. I think right now I'll just put a stick under there so that I can pull the chain out. I can hear the geese squawking from here. I better go check that out in a minute. Might be some raccoons or coyotes or something, because it's late. I usually don't stay out doing work this late. Yes, that's a good plan. I read somewhere that you need to paint the ends to stop it from checking, you know, like cracking, because it'll dry on the outside faster than the inside. I don't really know, because I'm not very experienced with this stuff, so I'm just doing it anyway. But who knows if you're supposed to. So that certainly didn't work out as planned today. Oh well. I never did get to use this because it's just too heavy to roll the log. This thing is good for small type logs. Appreciate you following along on my journey of becoming a part-time logger? Or a forester? Or a lumberjack? I don't know. I'm nothing really. It's going to be a huge learning curve, and I think I may have to hone my skills a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you had fun following me around on the farm again, and we'll see you on the next episode, okay? Thanks for watching. And if you're curious how we're going to manage our forest moving forward, I have a video down below. You can watch that for me, and it goes into some more detail on my thoughts on how we're going to develop a plan for forest management.